Oh my god. Welcome back to the room that we created. It's been 12 weeks since you looked at me, put a hand in the head and said you're sorry. In my humble opinion, the bare naked ladies and Train are tied for the worst bands ever contrived by the human race.
Okay.
I hate those two groups so fucking much.
Today's subject, we will tell you right after the break where we open our business. Son of a bitch!
I always forget that you're not supposed to put it right up to the mic.
You're still peaked,
No, damn it.
which is ridiculous. But you have a
Ooh, raspberry lime.
Hold on, give
This
me a
one's like
second. Yeah, it's
really
good, huh?
active.
Hold on. Let me pour it into my new mug, my new Pulp Fiction. This is some serious gourmet shit mug. You want to talk?
So, yeah, I was just staring at you. So, it's been a pretty exciting week since we last were here. Because we didn't fucking... The last episode, what do we have? The internet?
Yes.
A lot's happened since then.
A lot has happened since then.
I am very, very, very close to wrapping one of my albums.
I'm starting an album.
You're starting an
it's
album?
it's all done, but like it needs to be recorded.
Yes. I am almost wrapping up recording an album right now. I operate under the artist name Matteo Amaretto. That is my band, if you will. It's just me, but that's my band. I don't go by Matteo Amaretto. You don't call me that, but that is the name of my project musically. And there will be an album dedicated to my late father coming out sometime in February.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited.
I'm excited as hell.
I've been working on this album for almost 2 years. And we have been kind of, I don't know. It's an interesting thing for it to be ending my work on it, because a lot of the people here that you've seen on the podcast so far, Asa, Kevin, the people we talk about, each other,
The Invisible Man.
yeah, each other, Zach and I, have witnessed the process of the conception of this album, the birth, the turmoil, the just all the fucking human soil and blood and sweat and tears that go into creating in general, but let alone when it's something as deeply personal as the loss of one of your favorite people. And now that it's done, I'm really relieved, and I'm really grateful that all of my friends have seen me through this process of grieving, and now there's an album. There's an album for people to hopefully enjoy and take catharsis in and comfort in, and it'll be out very soon in February.
Keep your eyes and ears peeled.
That's what's been going on in my life in the past week. What about you, Zach?
My life in the past week, I've been recording as well. I got some vocals done for a track coming out this summer, and been working on that one. I wrote it 3 years ago, and somebody asked me what's been going on in my life, and I was like, oh, like music. I've been working on music, and they're like, oh, cool. Like, what else? And I was like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I got the 3 M's. I got music, mug, and more mug. And
Thought you were gonna say music, mug, and Maddie.
music, mug, and Maddie, and more mug. I got
And
the
more
5
mug.
M's.
5.
And
Well, you have something. We
you
talked about
have
it in the last
something I
episode.
want. Can we get the? Let me just say what the topic is real quick before we.
Yeah.
fuck
We'll
around.
get there. We'll get
Today's topic is video games, okay? Because just games, fucking, yeah, video games. Because, we're not talking about chess. We're not talking about checkers. Unless it's, e-chess,
there. We done that.
e-checkers.
I was going to say you have something coming out in February too. You have the Growing Pains. We talked about it in the last
We do.
episode.
It's called Growing Pains. It comes out February 3rd.
I'm so fucking excited for that.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I have a, that song's coming out. my debut single, and then I'm planning on releasing another song over this summer. More info on that probably to come out later. I got a good feeling about that one. I feel like, I don't know, it's more of a, I don't know. I have a good feeling about it. And I think I'm aiming for an album in October. I think I can get it done by then. Really, I do.
God damn it, I'm so fucking excited.
Yep, it's going to be 10 tracks.
I think I said this in the last episode, but Growing Pains, the song that comes out on February 3rd, is one of my favorite songs of all time. It's just one of my favorite songs. Not that you've made, not that of an artist I know. It's just one of my favorite songs, period.
I really
Love it.
That's high praise from Maddie, because Maddie has great taste in music, and her own music is constantly evolving. And I know Crimson's coming out. Crimson Sunset, the name of the album she was just talking about. But, there's another album called Touch.
Yes.
That is...
in
is it
the
good.
earlier stages of its...
Is it already so good? Just the soundscape that she's building, it's just you. It's just you, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I started working on an album called Touch about maybe 30% of the way into making Crimson Sunset. I had another idea of more ideas that I wanted to express that were tied to my grieving, but weren't so on topic and weren't really what I needed to say in Crimson, and weren't things that I was ready to say yet. So I backlogged them and had simultaneously been, as I write through Crimson, once I start writing this other thing, started growing in me as well.
Yeah, growing pain.
But yeah, and it was painful. It was painful, and it was the growing pains. You know what I'm saying? And so anything that didn't really go on to Crimson, that was the album dedicated to my dad and was about grieving the loss of a parent, but just death in general. Everything that came in me that I didn't think was so applicable or appropriate, or I was not ready to say yet, moved to another category. I was like, that is something that I need to create later. And then I ignored it for a while, finished Crimson Sunset in the writing phase, and then I realized that this other thing that was unfurling in me was another album called Touch, which was about self-discovery and about my queerness and about transness and about love and relationships and fantasy and the life that you want to live and the person you want to become. And Touch has a very glittery aesthetic, a very dreamy aesthetic. I'm writing a book in tandem with the album that will be released as the album is released. I don't know when this will happen, because Touch is still in, its birthing period, Crimson is like something that, there's like writing phase, there's fucking around with demos, and there's making the instrumentals, and there's actually tracking with the analog instruments for me. That's how I process. Crimson's done, and Touch is just past the instrumental construction phase.
I saw a quote from Rick Rubin from his new book today. It says... I'm not going to get this verbatim, but it's basically like being an artist isn't something that you can do good or bad. Like, you don't wake up and you're like, oh, I'm not good enough. Like, I'm not a good artist. It's like, it's a state of being and a state of processing and existing and creating and tapping into an energy. And he said, a monk can't be a good or a bad monk. He's simply a monk or he's not. It's either you are an artist and in that state or you aren't. Not being in that state doesn't mean that you're not, like, a good artist. Quote. It's just like you're not an artist. But if you are occasionally in that state, then you are an artist.
That's good. I really enjoy that.
And you're obviously not in that state all the time. I don't want to say if you're not in it, you're not an artist. It's
yeah. But yeah, no, to be infected with that like creative fervor.
Yeah, you can't be a good or you can't be a bad monk.
Yeah, because then you wouldn't be one.
You just wouldn't be a monk then.
Yeah. Well, artistry is just a way of experiencing things. I feel like it's a way of it's a pattern of behavior, but it's just a way to exist. It's a way to interpret reality, and. Yeah, perfecting your craft is one thing, and getting technically good and developing your tools to express yourself artistically, that's skill. And skill is something that nobody has. It's something you work for and you develop. But artistry is something you're just infected with.
I'm so happy that we're here recording this right now.
Me too.
You know, this podcast is going to have a big fucking office one day.
I goddamn think so as well.
And it's going to be a thing that we have going on for both of us. We're going to have our music and we're going to have this fucking big old podcast. We're going to have a fucking, we're going to be fucking just people who have a lot of shit going on at a high level. Fucking acting, writing, musician.
I'll tell you one thing.
Have a fucking successful podcast. Yeah. Fucking Oscar, Grammy, Emmy, Tony. No, I'm just I could see us with like the office, with like the room that we created. We've got the fucking and we get a team of people who are behind us, kind of like Good Mythical Morning, and we can. This is a fantasy I'm having right on the live right now, but it's just. And we're thinking about how it started in this fucking room with this fucking nothing.
With this backdrop, these two guitars we need to keep with us everywhere we go.
Well, that guitar is special, and this bass is special because it's my dad. But this is the one I use on all my tracks. This thing is just great. It's not going in the office.
yeah. Well, we need one that looks
these
just
mugs
like
are.
Yeah, that's true.
This is going on my desk.
The Taj Mahal.
This is going on my desk.
Oh, turn on the lamp. You didn't turn it on.
You're right. We haven't turned it on in a while. The first episode we made, it was so funny because I turned this lamp on and I was like, maybe that'll create the aesthetic we're going for, the soft, like the guy reads you to sleep on Adult Swim show. I forget what it is. And we turned it on and we're like, how does that look? And we're like, that looks terrible. We thought it was so funny because it's like the glowing stone from Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
just like, okay, we're going way over time on the intro here.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a list of things to talk about.
Okay.
In this, actually, I set up a list, and so I guess let's just get right into it. Is that cool?
Absolutely.
I can maybe lead it, and then we'll follow wherever.
Please.
Okay. I think the first thing I want to talk about is just The Last of Us.
Oh my God.
Because The Last of Us is maybe the game that has meant most to me in my life as a story. That is my favorite story of all time. When I was about 9 or 10 years old, the entire, you get the PlayStation versus Xbox debate, which we should get into. I have that on the list. But I was PlayStation all the way.
Same.
And the reason I wanted a PlayStation, the first ever, I saw an ad for The Last of Us on PS3. And I was like, I got to play that. I got to get a PS3. I need a PS3. I'm like 9 or 10, so I can't, it's just I got to ask for it for Christmas and hope I get it maybe, And I just was obsessed with The Last of Us. And I'm like, I was like 10, 11, 9, 10, 11. And, that's a game that in hindsight, like being an adult, I'm not going to let a 9-year-old play that game.
Right.
Like, but when you're 9, you're like, there's no fucking reason I can't play this. There's no fucking.
You play Call of Duty, you're like.
And I couldn't play M-rated games yet, which the first M-rated game I ever did get was Call of Duty Ghosts.
Okay.
So, but anyways, I did end up getting a PlayStation 3 for Christmas that year with Uncharted 3. Another game by Naughty Dog with a lower rating, because my mom was like, I'm not. I know what this game is. Like, I'm not gonna. I think 2 years later, once I was 12 or 13, once I'd had COD Ghost, Christmas came around that year. I got The Last of Us for Christmas.
That's cool.
My mom. It was like my mom, like,
she's like, you're ready.
It's like she's like, you're ready, and I played through this game, and I've played through it 4 times. I just finished my 4th playthrough for the, anticipating the upcoming HBO series, which has knocked it out of the goddamn park in every way. And I think I have lists, I have paragraphs in my notes written about what is working for it, what things I was worried about. Like, I have paragraphs just brain dumping my thoughts on this TV show adaptation of something that meant to me that spanned pages across a journal, basically.
Yeah.
And I would read them, but it's just too much to get into for a video game episode. But just know that I take this stuff like I'm.
This is one of your favorite things.
This is one of my favorite things, and I'm overall happy with the direction.
Oh my God. It was like, okay, so I have a confession. It's not a confession. I've said this before to you, but I've never played The Last of Us. I never sat down and played it. I watched the Let's Play of it in its entirety. Because I'm not a gamer. I'm really not a gamer. Outside of Super Smash Brothers and the Kirby universe, I absolutely fucking adore Kirby as a character, as a concept, the art. I'm obsessed with Kirby. You know this. I'm getting a Kirby tattoo.
We gotta talk about how Kirby is just.
Yeah, well, I'll get into the lore of Kirby at some point when we start talking about our childhood video games and shit like that.
Yeah.
But Smash Bros. Has held a special place in my heart since Melee. I played that on my neighbor's GameCube growing up. I didn't know what any of the things did. You know, I didn't understand it. I would just button mash, and I liked the characters. I liked Hyrule Temple jumping around. And then Brawl came out, and I remember when Brawl came out, I was 7, and I was just like, oh, I get it. You have moves. And I just thought it was so cool. I just thought the whole game was so cool. It's like up B, side B. Like you have all this, you know, everyone has their same move set. Everyone has the same moves in a technical sense, but they all do different things, you know? And I was like, I love this layout. And then Smash fucking 4 came out. When Smash 4 came out is when I started to love Smash, because Smash 4 is the worst Smash game ever. And when everybody started shitting on it, I was loving playing Pac-Man and all these wacky characters. Like, there were way weird characters in it. Like, you know, fucking We Fit trainers in it and Duck Hunt and all these people. And I mained Duck Hunt in that game. And when it came out, I was just like, why is everybody shitting on it? Like, everybody hates this. And then that's when I started to really understand the game. Because, like, oh, yeah, this is weird. Like, gravity is different. There is different movement. There's different... It was like the pace of the game is slow. You know, it was shit, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go play Melee because that's what I hear people that play professional, you know, like the pros play Melee because it's all what. And then I was like, oh, this is one of the best games ever made, and then they perfected it with Smash Ultimate, the most recent one. It's amazing, but yes, I'm not a gamer, but for some reason this thing in my life I've gotten incredibly good at it because one of my friends plays in tournament level, and when you have a friend who plays tournament level, you cannot fucking play with that friend anymore unless you get on the semi, you know,
we used to have Smash tournaments all the time at your house.
Mm-hmm.
And I can only play fucking Ike. Like, that's all I know how to play, but I'm good at him.
Yeah, you are good with Ike.
But that's it. But that's like me when I,
But basically, it's like, since my friend got into tournament, you know, Jacob, got into tournament level playing and shit, I had to too, because he's the person I play Smash with. So, like, unless I want to die every fucking time and just get, you know, so upset at the game,
and that's why I just couldn't. That's why I stopped playing Smash with you two, because I only ever played Smash when I was at your house,
right?
And you were playing Smash, because I'd go over to your house, but sometimes we wouldn't play fucking Smash, and then you guys would just be fucking like old, because there was a period of time where Jacob was kind of living with you, kind of sort of,
yeah,
and you guys would just fucking smash all day.
Yeah.
A clip, and and you know, I'd come over like after a month and be like, oh, I haven't played Smash in a month. I'd be like, oh, fuck.
It's scary, dude.
Just fucking die. And I'm just like, I can't do it. I can't play. I don't have time for this.
He plays in such a way that, like, he plays Mario specifically in a way where a person who has no idea how the game works can watch him play Mario and be impressed. Just because you can tell. It's just fucked up to watch.
He's playing with you.
He plays with you. He'll carry you from one end of the screen to the other. There's like fucking nothing. And he does these, oh God, it's evil.
Anyways, the thing with Smash 4, that's like me when I first got Call of Duty. My first Call of Duty game was my first M-rated game, so I was excited.
Right.
So I got COD Ghosts, and I fucking loved it. And I was a little screecher baby, but I loved it. It was COD Ghosts, and I was playing COD. It's like arguably one of the worst CODs. It was the last boots on the ground COD. I went back to it the other day, and I was like, yeah, this is a piece of shit.
Right.
But like, I was so big into COD for a long time, and I was like trying to get competitive level. Around the time of fucking Advanced Warfare,
oh man,
and I you know, COD, like Black Ops 2, I would go back and play. Like, I got my first COD as COD, but I went back and I played fucking, you know, all as far back as Modern Warfare 1, you know, pretty much like well, and then anything before that, it was like a touch and go. I just played it once or twice. I got really into it. I got really into Black Ops 3. Was really starting to get good at that. The COD that I am best at is Modern Warfare Remastered. There was a stint in college, my first year in college, where I just like all my classes as a music major finished a week early before everyone else's classes, and then we had a week after that where we did nothing but chill. So I had 2 weeks to do nothing, and I had just spent all my time on music, like 24 hours a day, like burning myself into the ground. And I was like, you know what? I kind of am gonna take 2 weeks off,
Right.
which you need to do, you know. And I just sun up, sun down, caught. I was, and it was funny, like. I was like going 35-4 every match. Like I was fucking good at it.
That's crazy.
And it's just, and Maddie and I played COD once. I think we played.
We played once. I'm so fucking bad at first person shooters. I'm terrible.
Speaking of that, I wanted to finish on The Last of Us. I never got to play part 2. When it came out, I was a senior in high school right before COVID hit. I was so excited for it, and the pre-order came out for it for the deluxe. Like Steelbook, and I was like, if I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get that because I was so into it. And you know, the night came, and it's a lot of fucking money, and I had, you know, I'm not a lot of money, and so I'm thinking like, do I want to do this? And I'm like, okay, I'll sleep on it. It came out that night, and I'm like, I'll sleep on it, and if I want to do it tomorrow morning, I'll buy it tomorrow morning. I wake up tomorrow morning, and like, I'm gonna buy it, and it was sold out.
Oh God, that sucks.
And I never got it, and then COVID, and then I went to college, and I never got time to play it. I'm playing through it right now for the first time.
Nice. I found I watched PewDiePie's Let's Play of The Last of Us. I watched all of that when that was coming out, and then in preparation, and I remember being just so fucking moved by the visuals, and like I remember thinking like, this is a movie. It's a movie, you know, like, and that's when it really got into me of like respect for video games as an art form, you know, was The Last of Us. Because I was like, okay, obviously you can do fucking amazing. And that's what about video games appeals to me, you know, is video games like that, like cinematic video games. Because like I said, the only game that I love and connect with outside of Kirby lore and Kirby universe is Smash, which is not story-based at all. You know, it's a fighting game. Like, I like movies. You know, I'm obsessed with film. I like storytelling. I like visuals, and those are the type of video games that speak to me. Like The Last of Us, Life is Strange, Beyond Two Souls is one of my favorites. But yeah, The Last of Us show, in preparation for watching it, I found a complete playthrough, no commentary, just a complete playthrough.
And Beyond Two Souls actually had some big name actors. It had Ellen Page and Won't 'em to Friend.
Won't 'em to Friend. Yes, correct.
But it's just. Yeah, Last of Us is it's just a great game, and you know, this might be weird to hear if you know me, but I see a huge piece of me that exists in Joel. Just I don't know, something about the yee horse boy Texas kind of thing in me. It's there. It is there, and I know it's and I know it's there. And it's like that loyalty. It's like I
That's salt
part
of the
me
earth.
wants to be it. And that fucking will defend anyone with absolute anger. That's like a part of me that I romanticize and enjoy.
Yeah, there's something about Joel that's so fucking like, he's such a good protagonist. Like, he's just so fucking good at it, because it's like, in a world like that, like he's not, for the world he's in, he's not very rugged, he's not very rough, he's not very jaded. Like, he lives in an apocalyptic situation, you know? So he has more, like, integrity and more, like, fucking indomitable human spirit than anything, you know? Because he's willing to defend and willing to get violent for people he loves. He still cares enough, even in a situation where everything is desolate and nothing should matter.
Yeah. I would ask you how you feel about the ending, but given the show, I don't want to spoil it for anyone.
Yeah, no.
So,
how I thought the last episode
I'll ask you off the books. How you thought
of the ending of the game.
Of the ending of the game.
All right, well, without saying what all it was, I think it's amazing.
Okay.
I loved it. I thought it was fucking great.
Cool.
But
okay. Well,
if you know, you know.
You choose PlayStation over Xbox, but you're really into
story-based
Smash.
Games.
So what makes you choose PlayStation when you're a Nintendo kind of person?
Yeah.
But so you still choose
in
PlayStation
the
over
PlayStation
Xbox.
versus Xbox debate, it's obviously PlayStation, because they have more exclusive titles that are the thing about games that I do like when I like games, which is movie-like games and cinema and storytelling.
I always wanted a gaming like PC as a kid.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
But it's just by the time I had enough money to get like a computer, and I had to spend more money on something that like the fucking death grip that Mac has on like artists. Is
right.
Fucking anger. Like it's half the processing power. It fucking angers me. But it's like, cause I want to use like Final Cut and shit, and I already knew Logic was just the best option for me, and like I didn't really know too much about Ableton, and having now learned Ableton, Pro Tools, and Logic, and being fluent in all of them, I still prefer the workflow of Logic. So
same.
I made the right choice.
It looks nicer in my opinion.
I know the Ableton fans are gonna come out there and try to fucking cucks me over. Come on, I just won't. I just can't.
Logic is literally just GarageBand for adults.
So. That brings us, I guess, to PC games, man. Those were always. I remember Steam, Surgeon Simulators.
Oh my god, the old Unity like indie horror games.
Oh my god,
like shit like that.
I was gonna dive into mobile games, but let's just fucking dive into fucking computer games, like Flash games.
Oh my, dude, Newgrounds.
Okay,
ruled my life in
games,
middle school.
Mini clips, fucking. Oh my god.
Not Doppler. I went to.
Not Doppler. Kids who played on addicting games are in prison right now.
Yeah. No, because those that was the one.
Kills.
Yeah.
Raft Wars.
That was the one that was banned on all the school computers. It was addicting games.
Defend your nuts.
Oh my god. The Bloons tower defense games.
Oh my god. Me and Odie, I've talked about my brother. We had these Lego walkie-talkies, and one time I was on YouTube and I accidentally clicked on one of the fucked ads that come up like across the bar, and I clicked on it and it took me to a website called yeppy.com which had like 30 of these, and me and Odie would get on the walkie-talkies and play on Yeppy.
What the fuck?
We would play on Yeppy. It was some underground shit, dude. They had good games. Do you remember Freerider 2? That was huge. It was like the little dude on the stick bike. There was like this big Family Guy map with all the characters from Family Guy.
Yeah. That was my Happy Wheels was a little bit late for me.
Oh my god.
Like, yeah, I remember Happy Wheels being just barely not in my growing up, but Freerider was.
I was so big into Happy Wheels.
I don't remember. I missed it for some reason.
That's odd.
Yeah, but no, like my mom worked for a school district most of my life. And so when I got off school, I would walk to one of the classrooms in the school, and that was how I got home. Like you know what I mean? Like I would just be lingering on the campus for a long time because my mom worked in the office, or she worked in HR, or she worked, like I explained in the religion episode, I think my mom worked for the homeless liaison for homeless children in the school. So I would just get off school and then walk 15 minutes to the other side of the school and just sit in this fucking office. I spent a lot of my childhood around much older people. Yeah. Like most of my childhood was spent around old ass people. You know, whether it was being a Jehovah's Witness, raised around old ass people, or in the schools with my mom. And so you're just parked there watching old teachers just walk around, old ass white ladies, and the old ass white lady smell, that they have. And you're just a little kid and you're like, I want to go home, but you have a Mac there. You have a shitty Mac that, and you flash games all fucking day. And Newgrounds wasn't blocked. And Newgrounds had porn on it. If you looked hard enough,
Some of these games, man, they were like I remember playing like Sniper Guy, like 1 through 8.
Yeah,
like being so into the story.
Yeah, I remember waiting for like certain sequels to Flash games to come out.
I remember the Mario Flash games were really big for me for a long time. Some of the fucked ones, I was super into creepypasta, but gaming creepypastas, like the old Some Ordinary Gamers, like Haunted Gaming, Haunted Gaming.
Like, yeah,
I was so fucking into that shit. We used to play this little game in our fucking classes where we would just have to be getting good at the numpad. We would just have to be putting in the numpad numbers.
Oh,
and it would rank our class based on how fast we fucking could just stare at the screen.
Ew.
Talk about dystopia.
Yeah, that's
And you had to do 10 minutes of that before you could play. We would get this thing called free time.
Yeah.
So we would earn up free time during the week in our classrooms. And we all got like 5 minutes, 10 minutes of free time, like a week or a day, and we could use it or we could save it up. And I a lot of times would just use it because I was like, punch in, punch out. Like I need my 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, I'd be like, I'm gonna save up like 45 minutes, and I'd skip a whole fucking class and use it on free time. And it was so fucked up. Like I don't know how the teachers allowed this shit to happen and the school kids, because the kids would be like, I got 50 minutes of free time saved up. I'm not listening to this lesson today. And the teachers would be like, all right. And everybody would be sitting there listening to the lesson, and there'd be fucking Chris over there on the computer. Like having fun, playing Free Rider. And everyone would just fucking hate him that day.
That's so fucking
Everyone would just
funny.
fucking hate him that day.
Oh my
kind of
God.
thing, And god damn it. That's such a big fucking spider solitaire like on your mom's laptop. One time I guess this is gonna lead us right into Minecraft.
Nice.
But I wanted Minecraft so badly. And I had this tiny little fucking baby starter laptop, and watching YouTube, I saw like free Minecraft, and I was like, I don't trust that. But I'm gonna take a risk. My computer got a Trojan.
Oh God!
Fucking lost it. I lost big time. But that Christmas, I got a Minecraft gift card, and I got Minecraft. And the shit thing is that I couldn't fucking play it because my computer was so bad.
Oh my God!
But I have the card.
I
have the card
dude,
still.
fuck. Dude, Minecraft. Fucking, I would have LAN parties with my older brother. We're in the same fucking room, just with our laptops, just fucking grinding, and then we'd have a Skype call open with our friends, like 2 blocks down, on their little brother and older brother, just fucking on doing a LAN party, and we're just connecting and just fucking, we would play a game called a Castle Siege or something
Yeah. Castle Crashers.
Something like that, yeah.
It's got the 4 little kind of animated dudes.
No. Within Minecraft, we played this game.
Oh, yeah.
Called-
Dude, we got to talk about the Minecraft servers, like Hypixel, fucking Mineplex.
Oh, dude, Hypixel was my shit.
Mineplex was my shit, man. Oh my god.
But fucking, we would get 4 or 5 people in a room, in a LAN server, and one person gets to be on creative mode. For 30 minutes, and then 4 people are on survival for 30 minutes. The creative person with some restrictions builds a giant castle with booby traps and shit, and decks themselves out in armor, weapons, and the 4 people have that same amount of time to collect as many resources in survival and try to kill this person in a 4 versus 1 PvP.
That's awesome.
It was so fucking fun.
That would make good YouTube content. Let's do that.
We should. Let's play.
My grandma had a computer that could run Minecraft, so I'd play it every Sunday there, like for real.
Nice.
But yeah, we used to connect and do all sorts of shit on fucking Minecraft. But for me, when Odie moved away to Colorado when I was 14, after spending every waking second together up until then, it was devastating for both of us. So every single night we played PS4 till 5 a.m. For a year. And we only shared 3 games. Minecraft, Broforce, and Terraria. And many nights, many jokes. Some of the jokes that we share to this day were created over online gaming. Some of the jokes that I consider close to my heart as the jokes and things that we did when we were together living, next to each other. The things I consider close to my heart, I sometimes think about, and I'm like, that didn't happen while we were both here. Like, it's insane, how close it can make you.
Yeah.
But we would play the Minecraft survival games on the PS4.
Oh my God.
The old gen console edition. And it was just insane. But that brings us to Terraria, which is fucking... Let's talk a little bit more about fucking Minecraft before I move on. But just Terraria is my favorite game of all time.
I've never played Terraria.
It's my favorite game of all time, and I'm making you get into it.
Yeah, I've seen your Terraria world, and it is impressive. Even from an outsider's perspective. It's, ladies, this gentleman's Terraria is impressive.
Thank you. Me and Zach, my friend Zach Barry are doing a master mode playthrough right now.
Have you ever played Minecraft Dungeons?
No, but I've been so curious.
Fucking fun. Oh my
Really?
goodness. It's so good. Okay. It's a dungeon crawler but like also an RPG game. It's so fucking good. You're thrown into these dungeons and like a dungeon crawler advancing in the level thing, but you get all these weapons and the lore. I really love games that tickle my autism.
Oh yeah.
Are
Oh
games
yeah.
that like Minecraft obviously does that, but this
Yeah,
this
that's
game
why
I love
Terraria.
upgrading games like choosing your class, your
Oh,
layout,
you
like
are
this.
you are
Oh, I like my
you're gonna
cape
be
and the
addicted to
sword.
Terraria.
Yeah. Oh, I bet. Yeah. But Minecraft Dungeons is a lot like that. I'm like, oh well, I'm playing as a hunter character, so I want to have the hunter cloak and the animals around me, and you can have all these animals, and like I'm shooting this thing, but then I know this guy's gonna come out in 5 seconds every time to do this, and then this guy's upgrading me over here. There's so many things to keep track of, and they're all really cool looking, and it's autism to the max, and I fucking love it. And it's like I would literally play Minecraft Dungeons with me, my older brother, and our friend Jacob. And Jacob would be like, all right, just here's an amazing sword. I'm like, yeah, but I'm more of the agile hunter of the group. He's like, this is the best sword in the fucking game. And I'm like, yeah, give it to Paul because he's supposed to be our heavy. And he's like, well, it doesn't matter. But I'm like, I like it though. Because, and so like.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah, exactly. No, but Minecraft Dungeons is so fun. It's so cute. I love it. It's a really good game to like. Also, like if you play it on easy, it's a really good zoning out listening to music game too. But
Yeah. I think. Well, now I have to show you Terraria because it is the most autistic game I can think of, and it is the most fun upgrading I can think of. And
nice.
it has deep lore that's also like playful. It is the best developing team I've ever seen in my life. They are so funny. They listen to every single person in the community and they care about each one individually. And they're so fucking funny.
I want to, yeah.
They were, oh my god. There's this end boss of the game called Moonlord, and he was, and he has no legs. It's just like he kind of floats, and the guy Red, who's the fucking lead developer of the game, and his wife Senix, who's the other lead developer, he's like fucking 10,000 e-signatures and this. I forget what the other criteria was, and he's like, and I'll give Moonlord legs.
That's awesome.
And they smashed it. And then they're like, where's Moonlord's legs? And in the newest update, they added these fucking alternative drunk seeds that were all made the world all fucked, and they're kind of challenges. In one of those seeds, in a chest underground, is an item called Moonlord's legs.
Oh, that's so funny.
Like, it's shit
I
like
love
that.
people that care about their enjoyers of their games. As a Smash Bros enthusiast, that's not something that's refreshing to hear.
The biggest,
because they don't give a fuck.
the
about
biggest
us.
YouTuber for Terraria, Chippy Gaming, has items in the game. Like
Oh, that's cool.
There's paintings in the game, like Minecraft. They had like fans paint paintings, pixel art for the game to put in the game for the last update.
That's
like,
fucking cool.
Everything that fans are like, I'm not sure if this is working. They're like, you're right, and they fucking fix it and they do it better.
That's so sick.
And there's been like 10 final updates.
See, people need to fucking, I don't know, like video game developers, showrunners, like just fucking listen. Just listen. Like why? I don't get it. I mean, I'm not a
It's
fucking
like,
industry
if it's not
person,
broke,
so
don't fucking fix it with
Yeah.
The Last of Us. Like, the game was a masterpiece. Like, don't fucking do so much. Don't try to make a masterpiece on top of a masterpiece.
yeah, and that's why the show was so goddamn good, because it
Don't
just
add more stars to fucking the Starry Night.
yeah, exactly. But have you heard the story of Minecraft, like the actual like lore story of what Minecraft is, what's going on in the world?
Minecraft is what's going on in the world?
No, like someone had posted
I've
this Reddit.
I've listened to like I think every Minecraft lore out there, and it's all jumbled in my head. So
Okay.
just say what you're gonna say.
I found this thing on Reddit, and I remember someone saying that one of the developers, it wasn't Notch himself, and even if it was, he's like,
Notch is a really
didn't he, like,
homophobic transphobic.
yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, he
person.
ended up being a piece of shit. Whatever.
I remember when they sold it to Microsoft for $2 billion.
Yeah, that was.
Remember that? I was in 5th grade.
Wow, that was longer ago than I thought. Then, for all of oh man. Anyway, I remember someone saying that this theory that I found on Reddit, it was like actually confirmed by Notch or someone developing. I don't know if that's 100% true, but the theory to me is true. This has to be what's going on in Minecraft. First of all, before we get into like what is going on in the overworld of Minecraft and what the Nether is and what the end is, the person that you're playing as, Steve, is essentially the guy from Planet of the Apes. like the main character in Planet of the Apes. Like he was a spaceman that was out somewhere and returned to no more humanity situation. You know, that's who you play as. So what happened to humanity? That's the story of Minecraft. And essentially you have a society of miners, like pickaxe people, you know, not children. And they're into alchemy, and they start getting into magic and various potion craft and things like that. Just strange, you know, situations. And they decide that they want to branch out into other worlds, and this is the Nether. So they don't really know what this portal will do, but as their society advances and they get further into different, you know, crafts and shit like that, they stumble upon a portal to hell. Okay, when they think there's might be more resources, you know, beyond this realm. You know, there might be resources in these other realms because we've sucked the earth dry. They go into the Nether and they get absolutely destroyed. All the miners, like a ton of people die. You know, all their adventurers, their scientists, people that, you know, went into the Nether fucking got murdered by skeletons and blazes, and it was hell, you know, and they weren't ready for it. And the soul sand is the souls trapped in the sand of the miners, you know, it's hell. And so they're like, fuck, like we need these people, like they're not dead, they're in hell. They're trapped in the sand. You know, because if you look in Soul Sand, the item in Minecraft,
Yes,
there's faces, you know, and all that shit. And so they're like, okay, they take the sand back into the overworld, and in trying to fuck with the sand to bring the people out of the sand with various shit, they accidentally make the Wither. The Wither destroys the entire overworld. Just it's ravaging. No one can defeat the Wither. Okay, so they burrow underground. The whole society starts living in strongholds underground. If you look at strongholds in the game, they're like fortified things with like iron bars, like people were hiding from some threat. You know, it's called a stronghold. Like, why would that be there? Yeah. They're hiding from the Wither in the underground. While they're down there, there's the end portal, right? They're like, we can't, like, we're dying underground. You know, we don't have the resources we need. We're not getting any vitamin D. I don't know, whatever it is. They're sick of living underground. So they decide to join forces again to try to create another portal. Maybe there's another realm we can get to. I do know
this theory.
Yeah. They get to the end. As soon as they get to the end, they're like, wait a minute. They're stuck there. You know, now they're stuck at the end. They can't get back because when you travel through the end, there's no other portal to go back until you kill the Ender Dragon. And so they're looking up at the Ender Dragon. They're like, fuck, the Ender Dragon attacks. They do their best to defend themselves. They realize they can live in harmony with the dragon there if they worship him. They start worshiping the dragon. They survive by eating end fruit, the end fruit that grows on the end trees. When you eat the end fruit, you teleport. Yeah.
That was added in 1.10.
Yeah, something like that.
11, 1.10, 11, 12, one of those.
After hundreds of millions of years of this end to a civilization, hundreds of millions of years of them eating the end fruit, they evolve into Endermen.
Yeah.
That's why they're long, they can reach the trees, that's why they can teleport, because the fruit makes you teleport. And that's the story of Minecraft.
I think that's the fucking most perfect story, and I think
it's so fluid.
It's brilliant, and I love it. The only reality is that when the game was created, it was like nothing.
No, of course.
That's what it is after years of slow building.
Right, slowly world building.
As you know, as to the fucking point of the game. But I really like the hands that Minecraft is in. I like Jeb, who's been on it since the get-go pretty much. And I forget the name of the woman. She's charming. She's so sweet.
I'm not familiar.
Well, you got to watch the every year they do the mob vote. You know about the mob vote?
Of like what mobs can go in the game?
Yeah, every year the community votes on a mob to be added to the game. They give you 3 choices. They vote on a mob. This year was the sniffers. These big fucking things. These big dog-looking things.
Where do you find them?
I think there's a new biome for them almost. No, maybe there's not a new biome.
I haven't been able to play a Minecraft in my own world in maybe 2 years. You know? And I know the game is changing rapidly, exponentially. And, like, I cannot fucking wait to get my own. Like, I need to get back into Minecraft.
I still know everything that's going on with the game, which is funny. Because I watch Captain Sparkle so much. Oh, dude, the newest snapshot that dropped yesterday. I'm totally tisming out right now. I'm totally fucking going full.
Fucking Minecraft is amazing.
I got Aurism. And so, the snapshot, I think it dropped yesterday or 2 days ago, but they added trims to armor. So you know how at the smithing table you used to just put netherite onto the sword and you get a netherite sword.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to go to a bastion and get a fucking a template, a netherite template, and then put that in the smithing table with the netherite. So it gives bastions like a purpose to fucking go there. But also if you combine
What are
any
bastions
in the nether. The giant there's nether fortresses and then there's giant bastions with hoglins and brutes that you can raid with. Oh dude, it's got the treasure room. Oh fuck. And so
damn, I haven't played in a while.
we're playing Minecraft.
Jesus Christ.
This was 1.16. We're in 1.20 coming up.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in fuck man, the Village and Pillage update was in high school. I remember that. But this was after the nether was I don't fucking know. But yeah, you go there, you get that shit, and then you can also combine, so you don't have to go to a bastion for a new one every time. You make a new template with the You take one template, surround it with like a bunch of diamonds and something else, and you get two templates. So it's like craftable duping. And you can also find different types of templates in different places. So like there's a template for the Ocean Monument with the Elder Guardians. There's a template you can get from those, and that gives you different designs on the armor. And then you can combine any one of those designs with an ore to get a certain color. So you can have full netherite armor with gold trim or amethyst trim or diamond trim. And I'll show you. It looks so cool.
How do you mine netherite?
Oh, so you go into the nether, and the best way to do it is like TNT, but you just get real low underground and you start mining for ancient debris. You combine 4 ancient debris and you get 1 netherite ingot.
Gotcha.
Takes a while. There's a lot of lava.
Do you dig up or down in the nether?
Go down in the nether and then go straight, like a strip mine.
Jesus Christ, man. I missed this game.
Okay, we need to restart our Minecraft, and I need to... I think once I introduce you to Terraria, you're going to spend every waking second playing it. Mm-hmm. I think once you finish up your first playthrough, you're going to be fucking obsessed. It's the most addictive game.
I bet.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, where's your list?
We've already covered a lot. I want to talk about mobile games.
Oh, God. Oh, my fucking God. Okay,
because
sorry.
Minecraft Pocket Edition.
You're
fine. Minecraft Pocket Edition. It didn't even clip. Minecraft Pocket Edition, for me, was like, I played it in like the first beta. So my first ever introduction to Minecraft was watching people play on PC when I had like 12 total blocks to work and a landmass that I could walk across in 2 minutes.
Oh my God.
And Hero Brian. And the old nether reactor core. Which it was a charming time.
Mobile games. There's a mobile game that is taken over everyone I love in my life recently, except you. You're my only fucking oasis from this game. Including my own phone.
The egg thing?
No. That's another thing. We'll put a pin in that. I wanted to discuss that. That's really funny. Wordscapes. Okay, it started... Wordscapes, basically a crossword puzzle, but they give you 5 letters. And you make the words out of scrambles of those 5 letters.
So Scrabble plus a crossword puzzle?
Scrabble, but you're not expending the letters as you fill in the words.
Okay.
So it gives you a crossword puzzle layout, and then it gives you 5 letters. The whole puzzle is made out of those 5 letters in different order.
I've played this game, yeah.
I work at fucking...
I have played that.
I work in downtown Maynardville, one of Maynard's restaurants, and there's a server that I work with. His name is Kurt. Okay, he's fucking a nice guy. I like working with him. Whatever. He pulls out his phone one day and he's on fucking level 3,000 or some bullshit of Wordscapes, and I'm like, Jesus goddamn Christ, that's insane. So I get my buddy Lincoln to start playing Wordscapes. I recently got into a relationship. That's a whole other story. I'm very, very fucking thrilled to be dating this person. I'm very obsessed with my girlfriend. They fucking are so goddamn good at Wordscapes that it's frightening. Like they'll complete a whole entire crossword in 30 seconds. They're on level 2,800. They've surpassed this guy Kurt in like no time. And so I started playing it. I'm on level 40, and I've had it for 3 days, you know? And that might not seem like that big of a deal, but like my partner will fucking do 40 levels in an hour.
Oh, yeah.
It's like speed running crossword puzzles.
I mean, you remember what was that thing during COVID with the you'd get like one letter of the word?
Wordle.
Fuck. I think my mom's on level 200,000 of Kanji Crush. She's had it since
the beginning?
The beginning.
God damn.
And she gets the crown every week. She's like, fuck, man. But I remember there were a lot of Minecraft clones on the App Store, and I would get one. There was one called Survival Craft.
Yeah.
I was really into.
I know about Survival Craft, yeah.
I used to play Survival.
Did you ever play Plants vs. Zombies?
I had it for the fucking PS3. That's all me and Odie played on.
Oh my god.
Plants vs. Zombies 2. I had a stint where on my phone. This is why fuck. If you don't believe that we're autistic, which for no reason would you, but if you don't, just let me tell you something. There was a period of time where I was so into Plants vs. Zombies 2 that the only YouTube videos I watched, I was subscribed to a Plants vs. Zombies 2 specific channel and only watched that and would play I fucking played it all the way through. I was so fucking into it. Plants vs. Zombies 2.
Oh my god.
Which is a fucking good game, and it's fucking hard.
It's an amazing game, and it scratches the autism itch too, because it's like that building, that fucking okay, well they're strategizing.
Fucking difficult.
No, yeah. They have arcade games of Plants vs. Zombies.
They have I never got to play Garden Warfare. I played it, but I never got it.
When you go to an arcade, like a big arcade, you know,
Yeah.
I see Plants vs. Zombie games in there. They've held up.
They have the Doodle Jump one.
Dude, oh wow. I didn't know that.
You have Doodle Jump one too.
Oh my god.
They have Doodle Jump on my fucking TV in there.
I'm fucking obsessed with arcades. I'm so glad they still exist, and I hope they continue to exist. I fucking love the aesthetic of an arcade. I went to the best goddamn arcade ever in LA when I visited with Calvin. That place was unbelievable.
You were trying to find the machine from Drive or something, right?
Oh, when I went to LA. No, that's a different thing we did.
When you ended up in West Compton or something?
We South Central.
South Central.
And no, we me and Calvin, one of my best friends in the whole world, went to LA together, and we were trying to go to movie locations, and one of the locations I wanted to go to was the hotel that they filmed the apartments of the movie Drive in, you know, and take a picture by the elevator, because there's that legendary scene from Drive where Ryan Gosling, you know, crushes someone's skull in an elevator. And I was like, lo and behold, and I started looking deep on, you know, movie locations Drive, like this and that. I found it. I forget the name of the hotel. I'll post a picture of me in my Drive jacket posing by the hotel on Instagram when this episode is live as the thing to tell you to go to the episode, so you can see what the name of the hotel is. I forget. But apparently there's two of these things. One's right next to Hollywood Boulevard. One's on the other side of the fucking state. And we went to the wrong one. You know? And so we go into the hotel, and I walk in. I'm like looking around. I was like, this place doesn't even look like it has an elevator at all. And I was like, hey, is this where they filmed the movie Drive? And the guy, and it's LA, so like everybody is like, you know, knows about movies and is just knows where they know it's LA. So the guy goes, they filmed Drive here? Jesus Christ, that's fucking awesome. And I'm like, I mean, look it up. And he looks up, he's like, yeah, that's the name of the hotel. He's like, oh my god, they filmed Drive here. And then I was like, how did you not fucking know that? He's like, well, I know they went through renovations last year, so the place must look really different. You know, I never recognized it. And I was like, dude, this isn't the place. Like, I hate to break it to both of us right now, but this is not the place. We walk all through the lobby with this very, very eccentric stranger trying to find this elevator, and there isn't an elevator in the building, you know? And that's when I discover that there's a place of the exact same name on the other side of Los Angeles. We went to the wrong hotel. But it was on that trip that I went to the best arcade ever, somewhere in Long Beach. It just was sprawling. It was so dark in there, and it was so neon. And that's my vibe.
Probably filmed like Stranger Things though. Dude.
It looked like fucking Ghost in the Shell. It looked like I was in the world from Ghost in the Shell, and it was just beautiful. And there were kids running around, and I was just like, this is like peak. This is the good side of industrialism. This is the goodness that can come from human advancement in society. Love our kids.
Love them. Yeah, the bad that can come from human advancement. Fortnite. I wasn't gonna say the F word. So I'm just gonna censor that, and we're gonna move on. Back to mobile games. I used to play this game called The Simpsons Tapped Out, which was just like this other game I played called Tiny Village. But we gotta talk about Clash of Clans.
I never got into Clash of Clans. Thank God.
I got into it for like one time just so I could like maybe get some pussy in 7th grade. Didn't work out. Didn't work out, and I just ditched it. I ditched it. I was like, this ain't working. Abort ship. Like fucking,
Yeah, it's so bizarre how that game like really spoke to those like, youth group soccer kids that wore the fucking like Under Armour bracelets and shit like that. It was always those kids that played Clash of Clans. I don't know.
Yeah, and my school was majority like they were the majority shareholder.
Right.
Of the school. So I'm like this fucking fucker. I'm this baseball fucker.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, I gotta play Clash of Clans.
Like toothless Maynardville rednecks all fucking they loved Clash of Clans. But it was also for me it was mostly like I saw a lot of like upper middle class white ass Under Armour wearing soccer playing youth group attending fucking white kids in middle school Clash of Clans playing motherfuckers.
Anyways, this fucking game Tapped Out is like one of those city building games.
Yeah.
Like over time that you check in every day, you get your fucking coins from your houses and you build new
like
shit.
Like a sim game almost.
Yeah, but it's with all the Simpsons
Tycoon
characters and like it's canon. And so with every new episode that comes out, if there's new shit, they add it to the fucking app.
That's cool.
But
that is cool.
There was this thing you could get Cletus's farm, and they would, there's where you grow your crops, and then you get crops, and you can do shit with the crops. And one of the most important crops was like corn. And the more like you leveled up the farm, the higher level crops you could get, and the more corn you could grow, but the longer it would take to grow it. I leveled mine up all the way. At the end, there was an option called like super omega death corn kind of thing, and it took 999 days to grow.
Oh my god.
And I just realized that's done and I need to go collect it.
Do you still have the app?
No, but it's cloud.
Oh yes, dude. Egg Inc. Jacob is on our friend Jacob has been playing Egg Inc. since before I met him. 4 years.
Oh, sorry to cut you off. The Tapped Out thing, it's you have an account. You sign in with an account.
That's good.
So if I just sign in with my account and username, it pulls up my...
That's what reminded me of Egg Inc. Was you talking about that?
It pulls up my city.
Yeah. Egg Inc. is the same way, and it's an app that runs in the background. It's like Cookie Clicker. That was a legendary thing when I was younger. It was like, yeah, it's a Cookie Clicker game.
I beat Cookie Clicker once.
Really?
Yeah. All the way.
Jacob is on the final egg of Egg Inc., the Enlightenment egg, and it's taken him 4 years. Same app, transferring phone to phone through the cloud, his information, and it's an app that continuously runs in the background, getting your numbers up.
I remember when
it still took 4 years.
Fuck.
People talk about, there's a lot of gameplay in God of War or GTA. Egg Inc. has 4 years of gameplay.
Yeah, I've been waiting 3 years for my fucking corn.
Can't wait.
Just to grow in the fucking Simpsons Tapped Out.
Fucking Maynardville corn.
I'm waiting 3 years for my fucking corn, bro. Jesus, Cletus.
Man, I didn't think we would be able to fill a whole episode with video game shit.
What? I did.
Because I don't play as much, but then I realized how much of these fucking carried my childhood. Like Minecraft. Yeah, I could do a whole episode on just Minecraft.
Yeah.
Like, God.
Let's talk about the YouTube side of gaming.
I, for one, think Markiplier is one of the best things to happen to humanity.
I agree.
I think he's just such a wholesome fucking... Oh my God, he's so sweet and wholesome.
I want to talk to him.
I would love to.
Smosh games. Let's get niche.
Oh God, I never got into Smosh game. I never got into any of their weird subsidiary things.
I think Smosh games was the only good one for a while. They had like that was Mari. That was where they brought on Mari for the first time. Smosh games. So Hinky, Laser Corn.
Oh my God. I remember YouTube was blocked by the school district that I worked in, so if the kids couldn't just go on YouTube.
Yeah,
you know?
I remember that too, and we forced them to unlock it so we could get videos in our presentations.
Right, yeah, we had to have the person, whatever. You know, it wasn't blocked, Smosh.com. So I could watch Smosh while I was waiting for my mom to get off work after school, like, you know, which was like take 2 fucking hours. And I would just be able, I was like, that's the only YouTube I can watch is Smosh, because I can go on Smosh.com and watch their YouTube videos. So I would see the extended cuts of shit. There's longer versions of like the food battle videos, all that old shit, you know. Ian and Anthony were walking down an alleyway. What was that called? Charlie the Drunk Guinea Pig.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're going down the rabbit hole.
Fuck. Smosh, goddammit.
Minecraft YouTubers just fucking had a death. You know, Captain Sparkles is the funny omnipresent god because he's watched so many Minecraft communities form and then fall and then form and fall due to like them being like pedophiles or them abusing their power or them saying some fuck shit. Like a whole community like might form. Like the SMP Live group.
Oh yeah.
Formed. And then Captain Sparkles was in it. And then destroyed. And then this other community would form and destroy. And he's just the dude who's steady through all of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Because it's like, oh my God.
A new community forms and gets big enough. And it's like, all right, well, let's get the captain on board.
Yeah.
You know, even with like Ant Venom, like he's few and far between on these communities. Once a community hits like a big enough status, it's like, Captain will post episode 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, all right, we got the captain, and they'll all be like, "Oh, creeper, oh man," and it'll be like, "Haha, funny," and they'll all be like, "Yeah, I used to watch your videos growing up," and it'll be like, "That's scary."
Yeah, that's terrifying. Oh my
like,
God, that is so weird. Yeah, because now that's one thing I'm completely out of touch with is how generations after me perceive Minecraft.
Well, I'm
like
fucking.
Doomers,
we're old enough
you know?
to like. You're old enough to fucking drink. I'm almost old enough to fucking drink, and like. You know, we could be successful Minecraft YouTubers playing with Captain Sparkles and be like, "Oh, we grew up with you," and he'd be like, "That freaks me out."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but then there's generations after us now that aren't playing Minecraft. Or one, right? There's Doomers after Gen Z.
That's what they're called?
I think so. I'm pretty sure they're called Doomers.
Well, we should speak.
And they scare the shit out of me. They scare the fucking shit out of me. They're crazy. Oh my God, I see them coming into restaurants and like they're like iPad kids, but like more fucking philosophical. Like imagine an iPad kid, like a snot on the fucking not paying attention to anything but their fucking thing that their parents just give them this because they're fucking. It's like those kids, but with this darkness, because they know. They know. You know?
They were born into it, and we grew up with it.
Yeah, we
were born with it.
Yeah, they're born inside of the machine, and they're aware of it. Like, yeah. It's just...
Yeah, we built the machine up.
It's like how Bo Burnham's Inside...
I was just about to say that.
...makes us cry, because it's so relevant, and it's such a sign of the times-esque... like culture piece, in my opinion. And I think it's really well done. And even though it's like a millennials interpretation of the world, like Gen Z, it obviously speaks to, if not the same, if not more than millennials, because it's singing about that. I think the Doomers would watch Inside and think it's fucking cringe. Because they're like so beyond the irony even.
They're just like, this dude looks dumb and is singing about something dumb and the song's dumb.
No, not even that. They're just like, they're like, duh. They're like, yeah, of course. Like they're over it. Like we're
kind of the way we are with like Seinfeld.
I guess.
I know there's a better show or metaphor that I'm thinking for. Don't hate me for that. But like, I couldn't find it, and the closest one I could find was
Friends is a better one.
Yeah,
kind of like we are with Friends.
Yeah.
But the existential like human condition in the internet age, like commentary and the sarcasm, humor and sarcasm.
Like we hear 20,000 years of this, 7 more to go. Like we hear that funny feeling, and we're like,
ow.
and we're like, ow, and they're like, oh yeah, that's just my state of, that's just that funny feeling. That's just feeling.
Yeah, they don't
Dummy.
care. They're just done with it.
Yeah.
They're over that. We're
They're
still
like,
struggling to accept it. They're
fucking mass shooting at the gun or at the gift shop. Wait,
whatever.
a
Mass
gift
shooting
shop
at the
gun
mall.
range, a mass shooting at the mall. Like, yeah, like
I think they're starting to mentally check out, for better or worse, from society and retreat into a sort of meta world of their own creation. That
we like have hope or something to stay in this realm.
I don't.
I mean, how would you separate the two?
I think I don't know if it's. I think in years to come we'll find if that attitude is a good approach to dealing with the horrors of society or not. We'll figure it out. If even what I'm saying about Doomers is an accurate
'cause it's
assessment,
pretty blank.
because I'm just saying what I
Just could just be Doomers in our town, which is understandable.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like,
Yeah. The whole town is controlled by.
going into high school, fucking, during Biden's administration, like after Trump,
Yeah.
world after COVID, going into high school after COVID.
God damn. Yeah, post-COVID babies. That's a fucked up thing. But
Yeah,
you know what's going to be around through all of it is Minecraft. Like, at least we'll be able to play Minecraft with our kids.
That's the fuck thing. If you think about, like, if we went to a Last of Us scenario, like, you'd walk around, and if you were Joel and you had your Ellie, and she'd be like, what was the world like before? Like, she would definitely find something in a store that was like, what's this? And you'd be like, that's a creeper.
Yeah.
And what is this? There was this game, and you'd fucking explain it.
Oh my god.
And
Oh my
we're
God.
at time, so I think that's a perfect way to circle around.
Joel, what is this? That's a creeper. A creeper?
Oh man.